Have you ever finished a fantastic meal at a friend's house and said, "That was amazing. You're a great cook"? Of course you have, but have you ever wondered where this tradition comes from? Why do we feel this universal urge to praise the chef? It's more than just good manners. It's a practice deeply rooted in human history, woven into the very fabric of our social evolution. Let's take a journey back in time and uncover the delicious history of complimenting the host. In the earliest days of humanity, sharing food wasn't just a casual get-together. It was a matter of survival. When a hunter successfully brought back a big catch, the feast that followed was a major community event. The person who provided and prepared the food held a position of immense importance. Praising the meal wasn't just polite, was a way of acknowledging their skill, their generosity, and their vital role in the group's well-being. It was a verbal confirmation that said, "Thank you for sustaining us. Your contribution is valuable." This act strengthened social bonds and ensured the group's cohesion. Compliments were the currency of respect and gratitude. As societies evolved into ancient civilizations like those in Greece and Rome, the act of dining took on new, more elaborate meanings. Feasts and banquets became grand displays of wealth, status, and power. A host would spend a fortune on exotic ingredients, lavish decorations, and entertainment. The quality and variety of the food served was a direct reflection of their social standing. When a guest complimented the meal, they weren't just saying the food was tasty. They were acknowledging the host's power, their sophistication, and their ability to provide such an extravagant experience. It was a political and social maneuver, a way to curry favor and show respect to someone of high status. The compliment was a recognition of the host's social prowess. Moving into the medieval period and the Renaissance, dining etiquette became even more codified. Royal courts and noble houses had strict rules of conduct. Complimenting the host was an expected part of this elaborate dance of manners. It was a sign that you were cultured, that you understood the nuances of high society. A well-placed compliment could demonstrate your refined palate and your appreciation for the host's efforts. Failure to do so could be seen as a grave insult, suggesting you were either ungrateful or, worse, unsophisticated. The compliment was a signal of your own good breeding and a key to social acceptance in these exclusive circles. With the rise of the middle class in the 17th and 18th centuries, home dining became more common and accessible. People began hosting dinner parties not just to show off wealth, but to foster friendships and build community. This is where the modern sentiment behind complimenting the host truly began to blossom. The focus shifted from a display of power to a more personal expression of care and effort. The host, often the lady of the house, would spend days planning, shopping, and cooking. A compliment was a direct acknowledgement of this personal labor of love. It was a heartfelt thank you for the time and care invested in making the guest feel welcomed and special. The compliment became an emotional exchange, a way to validate the host's hard work and strengthen personal relationships. So, the next time you enjoy a home-cooked meal and tell your host how wonderful it was, remember that you're participating in an ancient and beautiful tradition. You're not just being polite. You're echoing thousands of years of human connection. You're acknowledging effort, showing respect, and strengthening the bonds of friendship, just as our ancestors did around their fires in grand banquet halls and in cozy dining rooms. It's a simple act with a profound history, proving that a good meal and a sincere compliment are timeless ingredients for a happy life. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe for more dives into the history of our daily habits. See you next time.